Hey y'all, thank you for joining me for this full moon in Scorpio reading. So I hope that all is well with you. It has come to my awareness that we have a full moon coming up on May 5th, and that it is in Scorpio. We also are still in Mercury retrograde until I think the 14th of May. And also on May 5th is the 5-5 portal, because May is the 5th month of the year and that is the 5th day. We know that fives are all about conflict, change, even a little chaos. And not all of the change that fives represent involve conflict, but it can. And sometimes that's needed to catalyze the change. So expect things to occur that are catalyzing change around and actually within you. Because this being a full moon in Scorpio, this is some diving deep, deep, deep below the surface emotional energy. Scorpio energy I'm very familiar with because that's my stellium. I have at least 5 Scorpio placements in my chart, including my moon. So I know I will be deeply affected. And Scorpionic energy is very much that of exploring the subconscious, taboos, sexuality, secrets. You think about it, the Scorpio, it has that hard shell. It has the what do you call it, the claws or whatever, the stinger. So it's very protective, but also can be very dive deep. And so yeah, there's also a lunar eclipse on the 5th. So a lot going on the same day of this full moon in Scorpio. And of course, our nosy ass gonna pull some cards on the energy so that we can get some more detail. I hope that you guys have been getting some rest and have been prioritizing balance, as I definitely have been trying to be intentional about. Hence me sitting here before y'all on y'all line in my robe and in my bed. Because I just didn't have it in me to put on clothes and go to my little table and set up. So I set up right here in this bed, where at the time I'm most comfortable and still gonna bring forth the best message for the highest good of the collective at this time relative to this full moon in Scorpio. So I have 3 decks out that I'm going to be pulling from should I be led. One being the Spirit Within Tarot, the other being the Enchanted Map, and also the Moonology deck. I want to go ahead and encourage you guys to subscribe if you have not already subscribed, and welcome to the channel. I want to take this time to thank all of you who are already subscribed and have been so supportive. We recently reached 200 subscribers, actually over 200, so that is a milestone for the channel. And as soon as I get time to carve out a moment to chit chat, we gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. We gonna celebrate. Y'all grab y'all drink, y'all juice, whatever floats your boat, and we just gonna chop it up. Because for one, I want to take some time to kind of touch bases and get to know my new subscribers and catch up with my older subscribers, my day ones. And also I have quite a few videos I'm going to be releasing in May, like 3 the first week in May. So I think what I'll do is wait to do the live that 2nd week of May, so that y'all can give me some feedback on those readings as well. And then I also want to offer heavily discounted mini readings for those who may want to get a reading, single question reading on the live. So I'm gonna get that structured and announced and whatnot, and then we're gonna move forward with the 200 subscriber celebration. So again, thank y'all so much. It does my heart so much, so well to know that my work is not in vain and that I am actually helping someone along their journey. So continue to give me your feedback in the comments and touch bases with me, connect with me, because at the end of the day, child, we family. So I'm gonna pull from the Spirit Within Tarot. Y'all, if you already been following, you already know I have this channelers, I forgot what they call it, channelers drainage, because I don't start snorting and having drainage until I start channeling messages. Like I don't know that I do that when I'm just interacting with people, but I know for sure it's heavy when I start recording. I've just started to accept the shit as annoying as it can be. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors and spirit guides, we come to you thankful, grateful, honored to experience your love and your light. We thank you for your kindness. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. And we thank you for this moment to tap in and explore this full moon in Scorpio energy that is soon to be upon us. We ask that you bring forth the best message for the highest good of the collective through me at this time, and that it lands with everybody whom the message is meant to resonate with. And so it is. So Spirit, what message do you have for the collective relative to the energy of this upcoming full moon in Scorpio? Ooh. Queen of Pentacles out the gate. Y'all know we still in Taurus season. Taurus season being a earth sign. Queen of Pentacles, that's an earth energy. Grounding. Focusing on that coin or earthly matters. Grounding your intuitive nudges. Bringing them from the 5D to the 3D reality. So we already got a significant theme coming through for us relative to this full moon in Scorpio as it relates to some earthly grounding energy. What also fell out face down was the Sun in reverse. The Sun is the best card in the deck regardless of how you spin that thing. Just saw 811, which may be significant to someone as an angel number, but even in the reverse, the Sun can be a very positive energy. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it's more so speaking to, because the Sun represents enlightenment, bringing things to light, clarity. Like I told you, we got this lunar eclipse coming through, so that's very much like what lies in the subconscious being revealed. Something that's lying deep down within the shadow being revealed, secrets being revealed. So we're gonna see what's at the top of the deck. The Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective. Awakening, surrendering to what's coming up for you. This Queen of Pentacles here, you got this woman, honey, she's standing there firm, stable, secure with her hand on her hip, and she holding her pentacle. Then you got two rabbits here, very symbolic of this spring energy that we are experiencing. And you got a whole lot of green in this image. Just reminding me of this line from Play or Fly. The scenery is full of greenery. Hey, I've been listening to Play or Fly all week, y'all. So I might quote him 2 or 3 times throughout this reading, because if you're not familiar with Play or Fly and you like rap music, you need to get familiar with Play or Fly, because that's a legend. And he was before his time when it came to a lot of the game he was sharing and spitting in his music. But this is a woman who, she's like the ultimate wifey material. You know what I'm saying? She could take care of the home, make sure the kids straight, hubby fed, he good. She could take care of things on the business front. Like, she's just well-rounded, you know what I'm saying? And she's fertile. And you got these two bunnies, like I said, very much symbolic of the spring energy that we are currently immersed in. And it's like mating. This is giving me mating season type of energy, you know what I'm saying? But some aspect of this is not being is not shown to her. So whether that's her worthiness and her deservingness, because the Queen of Pentacles knows her worth, and the way she shows up in this world is symbolic of her inner knowing of her worth. But with this sun, it's like revealing what's blocked, what's blocking that, you know what I'm saying? Just saw 11:11. As we go through this 5/5 portal, you know, 11:11 is very symbolic of moving through a manifestation portal of some sort. It's that energy of seeing things from a different perspective, taking the time to surrender to where you are on your journey and what's being revealed to you, so that you can bring those things that may be blocking that sense of worthiness to the light. As you see here, this man or woman, but it kind of look like a man unless it's a bald-headed woman, is immersed in this like sacral chakra type of energy with all of this orange, and sitting in the lotus pose with their hands up in a mudra, which I'm not quite familiar with the name of this one, but I know that that's a mudra, and tapping in with the Most High. This is big awakening energy, surrendering your life and the day-to-day occurrences and in and outs to what you're being divinely led to do. And like I said, at the bottom of the deck, it's birthing a new emotional reality for you. For some of you, this may very well be love as a result of your newfound sense of worthiness and groundedness in your feminine energy. All of this looks really, really good. You have the Page of Cups here that was at the bottom of the deck with this young man, lean baby, 0% body fat, young boy, standing there with this cup and a fish. Fish also represent like new birth, you know what I'm saying? This Page of Cups is representing something being in its infancy. And he's standing at the shore, and there's a ship that is sailing like a small boat. But again, you got that sunshiny energy, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's blue, you have, it's radiant, you know what I'm saying? You have these rays coming from it because things are being, there's light being shed on what lies deep within us. So that we're able to better see things from a different perspective. And I love that, because what it says is we're grounding more emotional stability. Like I said, this could possibly be a connection. This could be a creative endeavor that is in its beginning stages or infancy. Again, we saw those rabbits in the image of the Queen of Pentacles there. And it ain't one, but it's two. So that speaks very collaboratively about, you know, working together. Teamwork, making the dream work. So it could be something external, or it could be internal. That internal balance and integrating of the masculine and feminine energy. But whatever it is, whatever's coming up, You're either needing to see things from a higher perspective and surrender to it, or this is the result of you having already done that work. It's enlightenment. It's seeing things from a higher level of consciousness. Whatever it is, y'all, it's gonna be deep. It ain't gonna be no surface level shit. Like, if this is a connection, this is divine love. This is a divine connection. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna buy you some popcorn and some candy. When we leave, I'm gonna smash. I ain't never gonna call you no more. This is we have a purpose in this lifetime. When we connect sexually, we help and heal one another through our creative tantric energy. We may even be birthing divine children who are helping us come together. And they are meant to do something profound in this 3D reality, or we're birthing an enterprise, a business, a ministry, a connection that helps bred and pour into and further create new earth. Like, this is a big deal. This is not small potatoes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to clarify this message with the enchanted map. And when I tell you, I've been getting downloads here lately, especially as it relates to the divine masculine and feminine energy, and then, you know, just stuff I have going on personally. But when I say I ain't had nothing come through about this full moon in Scorpio, and I think that really speaks to just how deeply rooted what's coming up for us is. So, Spirit, please clarify the message coming through for the collective with this full moon in Scorpio reading at this time. Clarification like a motherfucker. So, we got the Wizard of Awareness, represented by the number 3. Because whatever is coming up emotionally, spiritually, intuitively, is bringing something into our awareness. This man is sitting here. This is an older gentleman, which is symbolic of him already having some level of wisdom. But the fact that he's sitting there in this posture, like he thinking, you know what I'm saying? He contemplating something. And he has this symbol that's, oh my God, my mind is drawing a blank, but this is very much a, like an African, a Dinkra type of symbol. I think it's symbolic of the infinite nature of life and how we learn things in a like spiralic way opposed to linear. And then there's 3 of them, because everything is aligning. The wheels in our lives are always turning, and things are always happening just as they should, to get us to the level of awareness that we need to be in. But with this newfound awareness, we're needing to cultivate, master the art of listening, represented by the number 53, which breaks down to an 8. And 8s represent not only like balance and stability, but also abundance. There's a lot of abundance to be found in mastering your listening skills. So the message that's coming to you, it could be found in music lyrics. It could be found in a conversation that you're having with others. Make sure that when you show up in conversation and connection with people, that you are present, that your mind ain't here, there, and everywhere, and that you're listening, that you're using your ear chakra to tap in and reach a new level of awareness, because whatever this is leading you to a new emotional beginning, or a new creative beginning in your life. It's going to help you move you along the journey as a result of this new level of awareness. Listen to your intuition. The things that are coming up for you in your dreams, the sounds that you hear if you're outside connecting in nature and the birds are connecting with you in a particular way. Listen, take time, be still, and listen, because there is a new level of awareness unfolding for you, or something that is being revealed. This could be somebody needing to reveal something to you as a result of their new level of awareness that requires that you listen intently, listen compassionately, and be fully present in the moment. At the top of the deck, we have the number 29, which breaks down to 11. We had just seen 1111. Again, represent mastery, moving through a portal. This is like big maturity energy. You know what I'm saying? This is giving me that world card energy of endings and beginnings. Something ending and something new beginning as you elevate on your journey, because you come into life. This woman is dancing, and she's holding a sphere of some sort, and there's also a butterfly. Butterflies are symbolic of transformation. Just saw 2112, so we may be speaking to some twin flame energy here, where as a result of a new level of awareness, somebody is coming to life. They're experiencing new vitality, experiencing a rebirth. And at the bottom of the deck, now to some, this would be very contradictory, because it would be like, how the fuck is it that I'm coming to life, but then I'm falling apart? I'm coming apart. Represented by the number 46, which represents a 10. Because this coming to life, this new birth, it requires that you get rid of some old patterns, some old ways, some old ideologies, some old ways of showing up. So you have to allow yourself to fall apart. You have to allow some behavior patterns and some ways of thinking and showing up to crumble, to fall away, so that you can become this new evolved version of yourself. I told y'all this shit was gonna be deep. Scorpio energy is not to be played with. I know in a more, I ain't gonna say secular, but in a way, a lot of people, a more worldly, I guess, for the lack of a better term, way, people identify Scorpio energy with sexual energy. You know, Scorpios are said to be good and bad. But what they don't know is Scorpionic energy has a lot of depth to it. And that means there's a lot of room for things to be stuffed down and never revealed, or things to be repressed, emotions to be repressed. But baby, it's coming up and it's coming out and it's coming apart. So that something new and exciting and profitable and valuable and abundant can be born, and you can come to life. You're already coming to life. That's why that was at the top of the deck and coming apart was at the bottom. I'm going to read the message of Wizard of Awareness, and I'm also going to read the message of coming to life and coming apart. And that's new for the channel, because I don't think I've ever read the commentary from the book on 3 different cards. So let me go ahead and get organized so that I don't forget. Baby, you gonna know your worth, and whoever you connecting with, partnering with, collaborating with, by the time this full moon in Scorpio energy get through with you. That is for certain. So with the Wizard of Awareness, it says your soul knows best. Be still and observe. I said this is going to require some stillness. That man is sitting there in deep contemplation. And if you've already been in this energy, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been prioritizing your hermit mode. You've been watching, you've been thinking, you've been observing, and you've experienced more stillness along your journey. So it says mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. And that's another thing about that Scorpio energy, especially if it's partnered with, say, Pisces energy. Because you want to make sure that you're not just fantasizing. You want to take some time out from all that passion and desire and intensity, and you know what I'm saying, to make sure and just to observe how you feel, what's going on outside of you, whoever it is or whatever it is that you're fantasizing about, to really seek the substance in it and make sure it ain't just you lusting. You know what I'm saying? It's like the taking the time to really observe the difference between lust and love. It says, wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be, and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. That's that hangman energy. That's that surrendering and not trying to create the outcome that you desire. Instead, you take the time to be still, observe, see things from a different perspective, and that's all the action that you take in that moment. So I really do dig that. So then we have, and that ain't easy, especially when you used to being in control, especially when you used to driving the ship or like moving the narrative along according to how you want it to. You paint the picture the way you want to paint it. It's not easy to step back and surrender to the divine in that way. But coming to life, something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. Didn't I say something about this energy being one that is really reminding me of like just a process of maturation? You know what I'm saying? Like moving from one phase in life to another and all that that entails. So that's your confirmation right there. You're just going through, we're going through, we're experiencing a level up in our maturity, and this full moon in Scorpio energy is coming to support us in that. You know things take time, and the spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Yo! Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. Take your hands off that wheel. The action that you take needs to be divinely led, meaning the divine showed you some signs, spoke to you, showed you something, pushed you in that direction, led you to an opportunity, and then you in your obedience take it. That is surrendering to the divine. All you have to do is show up. Oh, that's dope. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we had the number 46 coming apart. Now is the time to take separate paths. The coming apart card is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Y'all know this full moon is all about releasing. We talk about this all the time. New moons manifesting, full moons releasing. So here we are as a result of coming to life, going through a rebirth, through a maturity cycle, getting rid of, walking away from, letting go, separating ourselves from things that no longer serve us and no longer worthy of our time and attention and our effort. It says, has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, dissolution, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. Something you've been holding on to is going to reveal itself to be, it's like it's already revealed itself not to be beneficial, but this energy is giving you that extra nudge to separate yourself from it. One thing I've learned throughout my experiences is that God will speak to you about what's no longer in alignment with you and where you need to exit stage left on certain situations, people, behaviors, ideas. But if you don't listen, God's voice gets louder, and the way the communication comes through gets more and more aggressive. So if you've been seeing red flags in a situation and you not paying attention, you ignoring them, you turning your head, or you're being reluctant to follow the nudges that you've been getting, especially if it involves people pleasing in any way, which most times it does, things are going to become so blatantly apparent that you really ain't gonna have no choice. And that is the result of having not paid attention to or been obedient, excuse me, not being obedient the first 50 times the message came across to separate yourself from that situation. So I pray you all strength in this endeavor. You got this. You got this. Whatever it is, last sentence says separation brings you good fortune. It's for your good. It may not feel good, but it's for your good, and it's requiring that you know your worth. We not settling in this season. We coming for everything that the locust stole. So I'm going to close the reading out with the Moonology cards, which is fitting as we are discussing this moon energy. So Spirit, please clarify the message that's coming through about what's coming to our awareness and leading us to a coming apart of some sort. Please clarify this message about the full moon in Scorpio energy this time. Meditate and contemplate. That hangman, wizard of awareness energy. Step back, get in solitude, meditate, contemplate. New moon in Pisces. I told y'all, that Pisces energy coupled with that Scorpionic energy, child, the fantasies get mad real. And it will show you where you may have fantasized a situation to your detriment, like you're not really looking at what it really is. So it's just asking you to get real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And that's going to require that you take some time out, draw your boundaries, let people know, hey, I need a moment. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying take a month, 2 months, 3 months. You know what I'm saying? But I need a few days to hear my own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, you probably thinking, contemplate some shit you said that didn't sit right. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, you need to meditate and contemplate, because you're needing to hear your own voice. You're needing to hear the voice of God about this next move you need to make. At the top of the deck, nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon. This card comes out when you're in a situation that you're possibly pouring into, but what you want out of it is not what you're going to get. So you need to be mindful of where you may be casting your pearls before swine, where you may be in a void. And that is what is coming even clearer and louder into your awareness with this full moon in Scorpio. Fixed moon. Hold your vision. If you don't know what you want at this point, you're gonna know. And that's what you're gonna need to go after. That's where you're gonna need to put your time, energy, effort, and emotion into. You are a visionary. And the life that you envision for yourself, it ain't just some shit you cooked up. That's a seed that was planted within you. And you have to believe that it being what you want in life, you can have it. But you got to get rid of some shit first. You got to come apart. You got to come to life. You got to get real about where you are and where you want to be, who you want to be with, what you want to be doing. You just got to get honest with yourself. And you got to dig deep for that honesty and what has been blocking you from standing in your truth. You've got to allow this new level of maturity and awareness to lead you into bringing that vision into life. I have no earthly idea what I'm about to name this reading, but it's a zillion things coming to mind. But whatever the case, y'all, I hope this message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope something was said that leaves you well, that motivates you, that gave you some clarity. Don't forget to press that like button if you made it all this time and I said something that you liked, or you just want to look at my face. Whatever the case, I'm glad you stayed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And with that being said, y'all, peace.